Okay, okay. I think we're doing it. Nice. Pull this over here. Pull this over here. If anybody hops in, let me know if any weird stuff with the volume. That I'm not, drowning out the cries of sheep and stuff. That, we'll just not use that. Okay. Pull this up. What's up, everybody? I decided not to do Kenshi today. What's going on, Nico? We're just playing Elden Ring. We're hanging out. Started a little late today, but we had stuff going on, so I'm just now being able to sit down and get going. Where is this road? Where am I? Oh, I'm inside the walls of this, okay. What is up, Afriel? How's it going? Okay, I titled this playing Elden Ring upside down. Wait, is that a real... Okay, no, things look right, right? I'm not... You're just trolling me, right? Okay. Well, I'll take it. I've just been kind of messing around. My goal is to finally finish Elden Ring, and I've been playing a lot of hours. Okay, good, he's trolling. You actually got me to check my OBS, Nico. I hope you're happy. So my goal is to finally finish, but I can't stop also kind of the completionist side of my brain that just wants to kind of like wander the map and go wherever. So we'll be doing that a little bit. But I thought it would be kind of fun just to pick it up and be able to play on stream since, I don't know, I've been playing a lot of Elden Ring lately. It's part of the reason why I have been putting it in all the videos lately that I've been doing. Oh, yikes. Those guys are fun. Yeah. That's mostly why I titled this Finishing What You Start, because like a lot of these games, this is especially true for like JRPGs too. But I have a tendency to get lost, get distracted by something, and then feel like I have to restart the entire thing. And I definitely did it for this. Oh, you didn't like the open world aspects? I think it's fair. I really like how they did it in open world. But the thing is, you could never... I don't think you can make a sequel to Elden Ring. It feels very much its own thing. And it's almost too much if you had a sequel to it. But I don't know, there's something about it that's just like really fun to kind of go across the world. Whenever you defeat a group of enemies, you can get recharges on your flasks. And so you have just kind of a fun time like going around. Also, everything looks really pretty. I am kind of a sucker for the aesthetics of Dark Souls. Yeah, not everything needs a sequel. It's good. This way of fighting right now is so different from Dark Souls. That's very true. Like, I don't know if you've seen so much Nico, but there's jumping in this. You can actually jump. You can do jump attacks now, which I don't know. I really like that. But that's because probably my favorite Souls-like game is what's it? Sekiro. Like, and this game has so much Sekiro DNA kind of built in. Do it. What's this guy doing? It's true. That is a... Okay, yeah. We'll take it. We'll take it. But yeah, Sekiro is like up there. It's also extremely difficult for, you know, because it's just so different. And then also it's all about like parrying. Like you really aren't supposed to dodge anything in that game. Except for, you know, things that actively have that set. Got some rats we're dealing with here. Oh, gosh. Also, rats in this one I feel like are way crazier. Need to go back to more deliberate stories. FMA did much better with Brotherhood when the animators actually knew where they were going. Ninja Gaiden. Yeah, there's the Ninja Gaiden influence, I think. But what comes to my mind is like, when you say Ninja Gaiden is, there's that, I'm gonna forget what it's called, and I'm gonna feel so stupid. Neo. Giant rat ashes. Neo was like a really interesting one because it was like a Souls-like action RPG. So it was like almost like a Diablo Souls-like game. That one was interesting. Deliberate stories. When you say deliberate stories, I'm assuming you mean closer to like, you know, how all these games, not all these games, but you have like these like shorter series and things like that, where the creators kind of know where they're going, and it's not like they're just kind of wandering off doing their own thing. But there's like a set idea. Ooh. I remember this part of the map, but I'm trying to remember. Stories where the author has the end in mind rather than the dead horse approach of modern TV. Well, Nico, I know you were asking Af, okay? I was engaging. I was engaging. It's my job as the streamer to be talking with the chat. I'll stop interrupting your conversation with Af. Oh, there's a site of grace down there. I feel that. I think trying to spend time on you know, I think intentionality is one of those things that kind of gets lost in the world of you know, content. You just kind of need to make more and more content, and eventually it, you know, something has to work out. I think we're gonna do a raiding party, it seems. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Get me out of here! It's the biggest part of the mental strain of doing a show. Yeah, I'd say so. Especially when, like, I won't lie, when nobody's in chat and you're, like, just talking to yourself, and there's no, like, engagement either way, that's some of the toughest part. Like, I have a friend who, like, built up a channel, and I'm sure that was, like, oh my gosh. We're allowed to be forgiving here, okay? Forgiveness is a virtue, okay? Okay. All these guys with pikes, though, they're gonna just knock me off my horse. Oh. Bro. Get me out of here. We listen and we don't judge. Mountain blade coated. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're just gonna actually, like, lock in, guys. Lock in. Real gamers don't use swords. They use fists only. I need to get another there we go. Another. Not liking this fighting at all. I'm sorry. I'm just, like, so close to being able to one-shot these guys. So I just need, like, one more strength. Just kind of push it over. I also have a plan to respec the character into being a, oh gosh. Come on. Into being a mage kind of focused one. Like a mage dex. Or looking at it. Maybe a Moonlight Greatsword. Sword goes right through the shield. It does not always. It does not always. It does have the Castus. It does. I think the Buckler is like the most forgiving parry weapon though. Of all of them. I will say I think I am over leveled for these sections too. So don't judge it too hardly, Nico. I keep falling, just like barely short. We can't have a normal, what am I talking about? I don't know, I think back to some of those videos where they, our Dark Souls bosses, that is a pile of flesh that's just moving. I don't know what that is. I might just leave that alone. Yeah, okay, just, yeah. Check this out. Oh. Oh. Ah. We're just gonna miss each other. Not embarrassing at all. There we go. There we go. When I make my AAA game, women will be blocked from picking night classes or have very low strength. I don't know if you... in the current climate, I don't know if you can make a AAA game like that, but, you know. you'll get the there will be people who will be all about that. They'll have high spirit though, the chaos stat. Spirit? Very spirited. I basically made this character to get Nico mad because I am playing a woman knight right now who is very strong. Okay. We went through the ruins. I think we're just gonna continue on our way towards the lava temple mansion. Yeah, do it this way. Okay, so that is down there. She's a swimmer from an Olympic team. Let's give a respectable... I feel like there needs to be something to show off the biceps. Just the, like... Is there a short sleeve anything? Anything short sleeve? No? Okay. No propriety, but... just absolute guns. Wearing the fancy knight armor. Oh, don't want to deal with that. No, thank you. I don't want to deal with these guys. Oh my gosh. Why did you pull me off my... Gosh. Okay. Oh, there you are. Hi, friends. Bye, friends. I said it was over leveled. Maybe being one shot maybe helped me realize that maybe I might not be. Or I just made a stupid decision. I rate it The Last of Us 2 / what? These things are like Iron Maidens, but are different. I swear. Oh, Horizon Zero Dawn. Okay. I swear. What? What? Hey, there's room for all of it, except maybe Abby. A lot of people don't like Abby. Also, thank you for somebody followed me on Twitch. JPYRVULF. Welcome. That does not sound like a real username, but you might just be using a fun random string of characters. Welcome aboard. If I wasn't trying to, wasn't being so lazy today, I put both chats on screen. Oh my gosh. Aye, okay. No! She has to chase me though. I'm not I need these runes. I'm not going to let this go. Yeah. Get wrecked. Yeah, get wrecked. The windup is wild to me. Oh. No, 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 no. No, no, no. No, no, no. Yeah. Take that. I know how to play video games. So am I... Oh, Nico. You're not caught up on my lore. I am... I am an employed individual. I have not been in college for a little bit now. I'm working for the big businesses now of the world. So this is like a dead end. It looks like. Maybe we have to find our way around. I have been here before. I've played this game past this point. But someday I need to actually, like, learn. Well, it doesn't look like there's a major way across. Why is it always suffering then death? No bridge ahead. Well, both are true. I think there is a way up the side of this cliff. We'll go that way. Thoughts on why it's so hard to finish things? I mean, I think it ranges. Part of it's like a kind of innate sense. Like I can speak to myself. Okay, I can't speak for everybody else. But I do have like a certain innate sense of like wanting to be perfect and wanting things to like just go the way they want. And so when things don't quite go the way that I want them to, it can be like I'd rather not do it in the first place. Part of it is I imagine a certain level of like mental illness, like trying to work through, kind of probably built up majority. Is that even a word? The majority of it being like probably the influence of the internet on my brain and my lack of ability to like maintain focus. I've just been lucky that for the most part in like relationships I'm able to like somewhat stay connected and not feel like that. I know people who aren't that way, and that is a really big challenge for them. I'm by no means perfect, but it's not to the point that I've seen it for other people. So I'm thankful that that is not something as much I struggle with. But it's like a, I don't know, loyalty kind of comes into that too. Faithfulness, maybe is another word. That comes to mind. This is a tunnel. You can make the opposite argument. That the internet has made you better? Is that what you're trying to say, Nico? Has helped you be able to maintain focus on things? That's fair. I could see that be the case for some people, assuming that's what you're saying. I probably should have actually stopped at a place though. Why not? Let's find out what's going on here. Two paths up there and said grace. Okay. I actually wanted to see what my ashes of war were sitting at right now. Autism is detriment for social relations, not low attention spans. Yeah, it really depends on what your depends on what your challenge is mentally, right? But I would agree if you're kind of processing through autism, you probably don't have that that difficulty. Arcane, interesting. The occult gives things an arcane level. It's not the same as magic. What is arcane? Am I crazy? Oh, it's luck. Okay. Arcane is the luck stat. Which affects item discovery, interestingly enough. Is this just gonna be boring? Okay. Oh well. I was hoping that'd be cooler, but fair enough. I think part of it too is like staying interested in stuff. I think there is a major kind of difference in like maintaining interests long term is not always the easiest thing in the world. Oh gosh, I should have just slashed through it. There we go. Also, forgive me. I have a lot of bad habits I'm still trying to work through. One of them is mindlessly mashing buttons. Someday, I'll learn again how to play Souls-like games, but I'm very much getting back into the swing of things. No pun intended. All that stuff over there. There's a lot of stuff down here. I feel like this is the, this is the other thing with like RPGs, right? Where there's like a world you go through. My thought is like I always want to go the wrong direction. So if I go the wrong direction, I can find everything. And most of the time there isn't anything worth finding even. It's just for fun, right? Oh gosh, okay. And then that, just heal. They had dogs in here because, of course they would. Bolt Drake. A defensive talisman? Yeah, okay. Good to know. And there's a point when, going the wrong direction all the time to try to find everything and then being rewarded by not as good stuff because it can't always be amazing around the corner. That can get a little tiring. Okay, there's a spot down there. We're gonna go over here. Yeah, I don't know about you all, but like, again, there's a high dependency on whether or not I'm having a good time. There's a crazy guy killing people behind me. Better keep mining these minerals. You see, they're actually in the zone. They're in a flow state. Oh gosh, I should have just. Oh gosh. That works. Let them come to you. Oh, there's another one of those annoying guys. Okay. I mean, no, I will actually be good. Okay. I'll play the game right. Okay. Yep, and that. And that. Perfect. Sneak up behind this guy. Deal with these stupid dogs later. So they don't get alerted. Oh, that's the other thing. If Nico's still here, is the ability to stealth actively. It's also another interesting feature of this. Oh my gosh. There we go. And crafting. Half, I don't know. Have you picked up I once heard the definition of a good game is interesting decisions. Yeah, a series of interesting decisions. That's also how I've heard about it. Like, more specifically. But part of what makes an interesting decision is that the outcome has to matter too, right? Like, you can make an interesting decision, but, if there's no payoff for it, it's kind of a crappy game. Could talk a lot about something like that. I think so. I think that's fundamentally why I have a problem with a lot of like modern game design. I know it's kind of like a boring boomer sounding way of saying that, but oh, is he gonna throw fire at me? Okay, good. I thought he was gonna Oh, okay. That's why we stand away from the barrels. But there's just so many games where like buildcraft does not even matter. There's like 3 default kind of ways of building a character. All of them are kind of completely optimized. And it's just not, there's no interesting decision there, right? It's just 3 different flavors. For the most part, I think the Dark Souls games get away with... Oh, I thought that was stuff back there. I guess I'd already been back there. We already been that way. Been this way. Okay, this is the last way. The Dark Souls does like a relatively good job where like you can kind of go wherever you want. Jump attack. Didn't have... Okay, we'll just restore just in case, and we'll do this. Okay. 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 Oh, well. Well, that was maybe not the smartest. Oh. Okay. Just... Oh my gosh. Just land. Just land. He has big legs. Just land it. Okay. We'll just brave it out. We'll take it. We'll take the wins we can get. Great club. Okay. Assassin's Creed imitators and so on. Fractal number player games. Not enough interesting decisions to make it less than a full single player game, but still more than a movie. Yeah, that seems to be the way it goes, right? It's a lot of games do kind of try to go down the movie route. They really want to be movies badly. And like respectfully, for the most part, they're not very good. I will say like The Last of Us, I think, kind of gets away with it. I know it's kind of, that might be controversial or kind of might be a not an agreed on take. I think definitely like what's the other game? Death Stranding kind of gets away with it. QuickTime events. QuickTime events are the most like lazy style of like I don't know. I find it. I'm in very much in agreement that it's very lazy. I don't know if that's what you would say, but that's how I would say it. I think it was cool in an era when you could like maybe make mechanics that fulfilled that purpose. Once you get to a certain point, it's kind of unexcusable. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I think Ron just had like a little tingle in the back of his head. He was like, somewhere, someone died. And I like that. Yeah, it's like to take a movie and just be like, hey, again, there's no decision there. It's just like it's a skill check. And skill checks are cool. Um, but it's like do this or die versus like, you know, how about we try something? Let's see a unique decision from the player. That would be cool. We're all gonna ignore the fact that I died just there, by the way. Um, think of all these souls, sorry, runes. I do like how this game has a lot more flavor. Nico, your comment about amusement parks just, you know, of course there's a connection to Martin Scorsese talking about Marvel movies as amusement park rides. That's where my mind immediately goes to. And there very much is like a connection there. I am almost certain there's a boss up there I do not want to deal with right now. But yeah. Theme park ride. Were you paying attention to the fact that the game was telling you to when to press a button? No? Guess we're gonna watch the cutscene to start again. At least, like, the one thing that I will give some of those games is that they, some of them, like the Resident Evil games, for example, at least made cool cutscenes out of it, right? They took something that was not ideal and tried to make the best thing from it, and it ended up being kind of cool. But still, I would have preferred if it wasn't there in the first place. What? 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 Margaret? What is he doing here? This is wild. Go now. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, ooh. Nice. Scorsese didn't say it about video games, so that is something to his credit, but he's not gotten staggered yet. Correct. I don't know what that was though. That felt very sorry. Yeah, I think there is a point to say that if there was a movie that was full of, you know, full of checks where you press buttons, I don't know, I don't think that would be a very pleasant experience. I don't know if I would want to be there for it. I don't find that to be extremely like immersive or anything. But I think the main reason is because like if you fail it, usually the way that's gone is that your character dies and then you know you find something else. You do it until you get it right. I guess I just need to keep talking about Kojima all the time because, you know, he comes to mind. But there's one of these checks in the original Metal Gear Solid where Snake is being tortured, and there's just like a health bar, and so if you spam the button to get the health bar, minor spoilers for Metal Gear Solid, a game that's what, you know, almost 30 years old now, but if you keep spamming it, you know, you can try to survive longer, but in the end you can't entirely survive. Like, you're going to lose, so you can either give up and let it, like, basically like prevent yourself from being tortured before. Like, you can just, or anymore, you can give up, give in to the torture, or you can kind of try to make your way through it without giving up, which seems like you're going to die, but it actually is like the main choice in the game, and it actually leads to different endings where, you know, it depends on somebody gets saved or not because of that consequence. And so that's how you get the brotherly love. Was it not jet ski, but what are they on? The snowmobile ending with Otacon and Snake. Do you think love can bloom even on a battlefield? We'll take the butterflies over here. Help us with making more of these fire pots. Looks like that's the limiting factor. A lot of these video games wouldn't classify as games. Complain about it more. Yeah. I think it's part of the reason why all games have kind of moved towards being RPGs, is because it's really obvious to kind of make choices that way. Like, there's a much more clear, defined line. What is that? That is a kind of a tough skinned thing. And I don't know if I want to be right here. Oh, that was a choice that didn't turn out the way I wanted it to. That was an interesting choice, as we've been saying, but maybe not the right one. That one was actually on me this time, though. Is this gonna turn into Margit again? There's something really creepy about a guy dying and not dropping any runes. Now listen here, RPGs, what's up with them? I tell you now that these things were created as silly things that have managed to do something great almost by accident. I think it would be super interesting, and I need to do it eventually, but like really dig into the history of like RPGs and their origins and why they were created. Because they're fundamentally like, they started out as like the war games, right? Like that was the beginning of it all, was making these. Oh my gosh, okay. He can one shot. They were built off the war games, but then combining like, how does personal, I don't know. I'm gonna sound like Luke Thompson a little bit, but like the personalist side of games. Like, how do you not how do you, but like, you know, we have all these games where we're spending time doing like big wars and stuff, but what about the personal? Like, is there something that we can do on the personal level? And that's where D&D started, which was like, what if we scaled this down to the fantasy novel, or you know, the Lord of the Rings? I don't think you would have RPGs as we know it without Lord of the Rings. That's just, you know, my bias a little bit. I have a collection of YouTube videos, people arguing about Fallout like crazy. They can't decide if new Fallouts are better than older ones, if people are misunderstanding why Fallout 1 was great. Fallout 1. It's hard because, like, everything is so tied to the context it was made in, right? And I think what the problem is with the newer Fallouts is that many of them are not not even good in modern contexts. And I know that's gonna sound really, really harsh, but like as RPGs, maybe it will be like maybe is the most fair way to say that. As RPGs, they aren't even good in the modern context. Is he gone? Okay. He'll have to sparkle. We don't have a map because 20,000 is a lot that we could lose, but I guess we could sneak around and just see if we could just get the map and go this way. Exploration is nice and all, but there's something about like mechanical exploration, you know? Build crafting, but then also like build decisions. Like, how do you make a game that has, you know, a significant enough selection of viable builds, but then also enough challenge to push people to use them. And Dark Souls kind of works, or like Souls-like games work, because you can play the game under huge restrictions, and the game is challenging, so it pushes people to do it anyway, right? To like get good and to work on that. That's the backside. We can go to the mines. I don't know if we have enough to upgrade our weapon. Like, I don't know if our weapons can be upgraded anytime soon, but revolutionary leaps forward can still age poorly. We don't learn calculus directly from Newton and Leibniz writings. A lot of refinement can happen. Yeah, definitely. One thing people discovered is Fallout 1 had very little meaningful decisions. It had some, and at least it made, like... I don't really want to deal with that. We're gonna go over here. I'm not... That doesn't look fun. We'll upgrade our... Hopefully upgrade our healing over here. Do it this way. But Fallout at least, like, open the door to, like, oh, is there such thing as, like, a pacifist route? Like, could you do, like, a system that had speech skills? I'm sure there are other ones that did that too, but that was, like, a huge thing for Fallout. Fallout 2, I think, is what people usually mean. Again, respectfully, I know they're huge fans of Fallout 1. But Fallout 1's okay. Fallout 2 is like an improvement in almost every single way. And was kind of the one that kind of stands up to kind of scrutiny from like modern players. Opportunities for creative play, I think, is a good way of putting it. But I think just other paths too, right? Like to at least give people options to say, "Oh, I never considered playing like this. Let's try it this way." And even if it's not like super exciting, if it's given enough care and attention, people will try it out. I'll tell you that at the end of the story, what Fallout 1 was give you ways to roleplay your character. It did. Some of them were, I think, not the nicest. I think about if you picked Bloody Mess, the Bloody Mess trait. I don't think it was a perk back then, but I might be wrong. You automatically chose like the violent, like horrific ending. And that felt a little bit much. Like it was kind of built into your character that they were going to do this, but, somewhat fair, I guess, too. Oh, is he going to just absolutely wander all the way over? Trying to hit an invisible mob. It's not the easiest thing. I don't know if I want to do this right now. We'll just move on. They give you 8 meaningless one-liners to pick before you shot Gizmo in the face. You chose them depending on the personality that you're imagining for your character. Not so meaningful choice from a gameplay perspective, but meaningful from a characterization perspective. I think the story that Fallout 1 told was pretty remarkable. It did a good job at that. I think it didn't... The choices came so early that you didn't even know what you were choosing. In that case, right, when you choose kind of your build for your character, you chose like, oh, this looks like a funny perk to have, and then in the end, your character does something that's kind of so brutal. Have a Holy Knight class in your RPG. Will better add a Holy Knight castle that only class can enter. A heretic suspect your class can judge. Yeah. Like, there has to be a reason to choose it. Even though it's so much work, it's a lot of work for to make an RPG that's, like, really good. But I love the idea of blocking off content to specific playthroughs. Especially if you make the game so it's meant to be replayed. There's some games that are not really made to replay it, right? Like as much as I like Elden Ring, like I have a really good time with it. It's a fun game. It does not have a lot of replay value. You start the game and there's just so much that to be able to like come back and play it again is really hard. Same thing with like a challenge run, because you usually want to find specific items and stuff like that. Oh, okay, that was close. Scares me with that frenzy. My wife got so much mileage at Baldur's Gate. I think that's part of it. I think Baldur's Gate is just really good. It's contained, for one. Right, it's not this sprawling open world that kind of goes on forever in every direction. But it's like, again, contained. It's a few smaller maps that you can explore all of within a reasonable amount of time. and things are blocked off. Um, there's like so many ways to approach every single one. Oh, there is so much stuff up there. Okay. I guess we're going back, and we'll just try to... There's one right there, one right there. Okay. Right here. Is that it? Is that actually the only thing? I'll take it. It's just like also a complete game. Like there's not really like a question about, you know. To add DLC to that game, I think would actually cheapen it. Which is something that, you know, this might also be a controversial take. I don't generally like DLC. I like the idea of like a complete experience. And normally with DLC, what you end up with is either something that wasn't intended in the original experience, or something that was, and you have an incomplete experience otherwise. We can climb all the way back up. There's a little ledge that we can jump onto. I hear somebody throwing stuff at me. Oh, it's a good jump attack too. There's a path down there. Path up here. But excuse me. I'm pondering an idea of how to do this or even start a little game dev project, but I'm too busy for it. The way it would work is imagine having a little island that has characters, history, and things going on when you start to pick a class, and depending on how people treat you. That's the... Okay, so this is kind of what I was trying to get at before, but like the task of writing an RPG is like astronomical. Like how do you efficiently make one of these projects? And it's really hard. That is so annoying that there's one of those down there. That might be the only way to do this though. That might be how you have to open that too. Yeah, might be the way to go. Thank you, Nico. Okay. Oh. Oh my gosh. Come on. I think that might have opened it up, but I'm not gonna worry too much more about it. I'm just gonna go for it. Okay. I feel like the run is pretty far in. Let's see. So there's one guy here. I think I could do it, but I wouldn't make the RPG have a storybook. Or story like a book does, which is what Baldur's Gate does. Story, what happens to the game? Oh, so you're thinking more like a Mountain Blade type experience. The Mountain Blade speaks through you, Nico. Um, that's fair. I think that might be the way that it has to go, especially if you're kind of doing it on a smaller end, solo type project. Doing something that's more like dynamic and I don't know. There's a lot of games that have done it well. I think of Darkest Dungeon, where the story is the experiences of the player playing the game. Take that. So much magic, but might be the best way to go for now. Then I jump. Do that. Do that. Do that. Do that. That. I think I got them all. I'm gonna do this again. I'm gonna jump down, summon my friend. Do it that way. Mountain Blade, your character has no real relation to the game. NPCs are brain dead. I'd be curious to see the first game incorporate ChatGPT or a similar way that isn't slop. Yeah, it's just not good enough yet. Respectfully. Like, it's just not... It's not able to maintain any, like, a real... Oh my gosh. Did not summon. Yeah, I'm actually going to concentrate now. I don't want to have to deal with this. Oh my gosh. Stay in character. Stay in character. I wish it was that easy. I don't know. This is one thing I've kind of played around with, like, some of these chatbots. And one of the things that irks me about it is that it doesn't feel like it ever has anything to offer back. Right? Everything has to be prompted. I know this is, like, maybe stupid. But, like, when you talk to somebody, they don't just constantly ask you questions on, like, how are you, who are you, like, oh, what are you interested in? And I know that might be what people are looking for, but there's no, like, sense of back and forth. There isn't, like a pushing the conversation forward. It's just, like, another question about another thing. Also, another thing, kind of, Nico, to your point, is that a lot of games, I think fundamentally, are just trying to make a tabletop experience, but with computers and alone. And I think that's also part of the problem. It's trying to get rid of the human element. Which, you know, I understand. At the same time, I think it... Oh, gosh. I think it's always going to fall short in some ways. Say you make a mod where you have an evil brother who's imprisoned by your evil uncle, or you have a brother that's imprisoned by your evil uncle, now you have the context for everything you need to do in the game. Not only do you have a mission, rescue your brother, But the world is not neutral. Your uncle is hunting you down. Did we already go here? Oh, we did. Other people make the best and worst opponents. Well, I think that's the... I think a lot of these games were basically searching for human connection. Kind of playing around with that, but... Oh, gosh. Okay, okay. It's gonna spin for 5 hours. Oh, nope, he didn't spin for 5 hours. Distract him enough to do this. There we go. We can do it. They call it in EVE Online the shakes. That's true. There's a certain level of, like, you know, the anticipation you get whenever you are facing a real opponent. I've only had that in a few things. I think, like, I mean, obviously, like, I think Counter-Strike, but I think chess is another one of those, like online chess. There's like an anticipation. There's like a, oh, you know, I'm getting nervous, especially since chess is one of those games where it's all down to skill, really. Now, how you define skill, people might not agree on that, but in general, there's no sense of randomness. It is purely a puzzle. Oh, bombs. Fun. Okay. We're collecting some good stuff. They really do want to blow us up, though. Oh, I haven't gotten to talk about it. I ended up actually making a... No! No, no, no! What? Oh, God. I didn't see the one behind me up there. Okay, luckily there's a stake of America. They're... Okay, Nico, you're right. They are forgiving. But I'll take it. Lol, that blows. I'll take it. Okay. I have a feeling that's a boss room over there, too. Well... Really, I think it's to be an alternative to, what in the world? Why is it so dark right here? Okay, it's not a fake wall. Is this about League of Legends? There's very few games where, like, it's so toxic that, you know, I've never heard anybody say anything good about the community. Of course, there's also, like, there's always a toxic positivity kind of culture in other games. So it really depends, but... Oh, gosh. I'll take Golden Rune 9. It's pretty good. This feels like one of those boss rooms that's like, oh, yeah, it's okay. It's okay, just come in here. You're fine. There's nothing bad. Oh, oh. Oh, Grim. Uh... I'm sure it's fine. Onyx Award. Maybe I shouldn't roll away. Okay. I like being able to stagger him with my running strong attack. Oh. I'll take the staggers though. That's wild. Oh, oh, move, 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 move. Okay, it's the way out. That's where we came from. Go this way. Are they putting baby bosses in Elden Ring? They are putting baby bosses in Elden Ring. This is a baby boss. If I was influential, this would have been Half-Life 2. Are they putting... yeah, okay, baby bosses, bowling balls, yeah. You're alright. All correct, all of you. What in the world is this? Yeah, they put, like, mini-bosses throughout the game. Relatively frequently. Every kind of mini-dungeon has its own boss. And a lot of them are, like, repeats of other enemies in the game. And you kind of see some of that in the way that, like, the other Dark Souls are structured. You'll sometimes see, like, an early boss show up multiple times. I had a left. Okay, well. I'm sure that this will be useful at some point. Speaking of, I feel like there was a... Should I really go back here? I'm kind of... I'm I'm getting distracted because there's something I wanted to look at. I remembered that I had left. It was not this way. It was this way. I had left something undone way back when. The bombs reminded me. Other Dark Souls, is this technically a different realm / story? Yes. This the story is written by the guy who did, or not the story, the lore of Elden Ring is written by George R. R. Martin. So there's a lot of interesting family dynamics. Maybe that's the way, but that's the euphemism we can give for this. Oh, luckily he hit the horse. Oh gosh, just let me... Okay, there we go. Exactly. And reusing assets is pretty smart. But yeah, this is totally different. This is a different world. Okay. Different lore. This is much more like European. Interestingly enough, there's a lot more like Arthurian. Oh gosh, oh gosh. Okay, now Grizz is gonna start counting my deaths now. I think he got the same tingle that Ron got in the back of his head. But we'll be fine. Yeah. So, George R. R. Martin wrote the lore. Yeah, he was puking fire all over the floor. Just trying to not get hit by this giant bow. Okay. Oh gosh, again? 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 I didn't know that they just all did now. His other foot hit. How does that count? Am I just getting sloppy? There we go. Okay. Luckily there aren't that many runes that we're too worried, but yeah, let's get the runes. Torrent died. Okay. Shot through the heart. But you're too late. You give love a bad name. I don't know why. Reading out lyrics reminds me of that one that one video. I will not elaborate. I remembered here that there was some summoning fighting I had to do, and I was kind of under leveled last time, so we'll just kind of do this. Board game design. That's fair. I've been getting into recently. What's the game? Mythic Bastion Lands. Was he trying to heal there? Wow. Why is this NPC like he has a missing item or something he's trying to use all the time? There we go. Also reminds me, Af, do you did enemies parry in the old like other Dark Souls games? There's one mini boss and barely a mini boss. It was more of like kind of an invader stand-in that was parrying that I was fighting last night. I had forgotten about. And it's not a pleasant experience to fight against an enemy that can parry and like one-shot you with a critical. It got to the point where I basically just put on a buckler and just parried back, and luckily the parry window is high enough that it works out, but still it's not a pleasant experience. I don't remember that in Dark Souls 3 either. That's part of the reason why. Oh. I was wondering if she was going to dodge. Ooh. Oh gosh. There we go. Like they get a guaranteed parry? Yeah. Like that was this guy. Basically, if he was blocking, he would always parry you. Like there was no way around it. Which made it it's fun once you know what to do and you're like, okay, I'm just not going to fight him the normal way. But there is a bit of a run up to that guy, and so there are a few times you're like, why in the world is this the way it is? And why does this guy have so much poise? Losing the poise fight is not very fun. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I think I might have to fight all three of them to get past. Man, I really have been just abusing the amount of poise that not that I have, but I can kind of knock out of other people. I'm trying to think through all the stuff that I have to do. I don't know if other people think of it this way, but oh. Okay, we're gonna back up because he's gonna do that fire. Dumb fire. We're gonna charge attack his foot. Run. Charge at his foot. Run. Oh. Move out of the way of this guy. Get over here. Do this. We'll just let him try. There we go. But poise is very much underrated. I agree. The ability to just kind of swing through. Oh. There we go. We'll take it. I think we'll try again. And we'll just try to beat the poise guy. I think we can take the other two. But the one with all the poise is not necessarily the most reliable one. I think we can beat this guy. Oh, are they different now? Okay. I'll take it. We'll take the Radon stand-in. And the other two we can pretty much handle, but... Oh gosh. What? What? You know, 10,000 runes is really overrated. Quinces? Quinces? What is a quince? Isn't that like a fruit?
Feed.
Nice. I thought a quince was like a citrus. That's the main gate. We can go up this way and find out what's going on that way. Quincy, something from Bleach. I saw a bit of Bleach, and then I after the invasion of the angel realm arc, the Reapers. They're the Reapers that are the ones that are like in heaven or whatever. I couldn't do it because I don't know. I had a certain sense like, oh, the world is dangerous, and that was kind of interesting to me. And then nobody died. They would all like do a fight, and it all ended with everybody just, you know, surviving. Which I understand when you're making something, you don't necessarily want to kill off all your cool characters you made, but it did make it feel like there were no stakes to anything. And kind of the big twist of the end of that season, yeah, spoilers, somebody actually does die. And that's the big twist, is that, like, some random kind of side character dies. It ends after Soul Society, no Ibis after that. And, what in the world is going on over here? Hi, buds. Oh, he's like... What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you both doing? You're... Interesting. There we go. And then I looked up the character who dies, and it turns out the character didn't even die. They, like, come back to life later. And so at that point, I'm like, well, what's the point of this? Just arrows and profit clothes, it looks like. I'm not super interested, but thank you. And so at that point, I quit. But it sounds like, after you're in agreement, that that was probably a good choice. What in the world? Ooh. It's like one of those healing items, right? Or is this a... Oh, it's a tier. Okay. That'll work. I think that's one problem that Elden Ring runs into. And it's kind of how Dark Souls run... Like, kind of has the same problem where, you know, you have a build, and you kind of just need to, like, know where things are to kind of get the build going. Dark Souls can get away with it a bit because, you know, smaller areas, you can kind of have more twisted, like, spots to get stuff. It works out. Elden Ring is just so sprawling that you just need a map to get anything if you want to make a build in, like, a new game or something. The alternative is just to, you know, do a full playthrough every time, collecting everything and just hoping that you get the stuff you need to have a fun time. It's a tower over here. Where's the tree? Am I crazy? Those archer guys are over there. Is he aiming at me? No, he's aiming at the ground, luckily. Oh. Alright. At some point, I'll actually start using my Flask of Wondrous Physic. It'll actually be used. Okay. Let's just try not to get sniped out of the sentry. go. You see, I knew this was gonna happen, and so this is me actually preparing. Oh. I'm actually an incredibly intelligent, instinctual gamer. Oh. Oh gosh. There we go. Oh, well, sure. Hey, CC, how's it going? How have your streams been going? I haven't been able to catch them yet. I have them on my watch later, actually. Oh, gosh. Okay. Nice. Okay. We'll just... Yeah, that was maybe the best way to go there. There's a guy right here. He's like... He's got something in his hands. Is this worth fighting? Oh gosh, that was a good swing. Nice, 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 nice. Okay. Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. Okay, 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 okay. There we go. That's why we keep a staff around. Oh yeah, there's a... Oh. I don't know if I'll be able to show it because I actually killed him, but there's a boss, like, one of the first bosses you encounter is like a wild, like, a guy on a horse at the very beginning. And, you know, if you're experienced at Dark Souls, you see, like, oh, there's a building to the side that you can kind of obviously, like, hide within to get away from him. So you run into the building, and the guy breaks down the entire building around you and, like, destroys it to get to you. And it's one of those moments that kind of really, how do I put it? Like, it really just destroys... It shows you the, like, how different this game is. Some of the new features to it and the cool sides of it. I'm distracted because I feel like there should be a place to That is not an easy place to get to. Okay. Okay, so there's a Shrine of America. I guess we do this. We do this. Because we are scrubs who need to use strong items to feel cool. And I think we can just go for it. Okay. Actually, this is like the late game version of that boss from the very beginning. Again, my gamer instincts are kicking in. Oh, dang, that was a good shot to my feed. Ooh, ooh. Shrine of America. Oh, oh my gosh. What? Oh gosh, oh gosh. Dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it. Okay, okay, okay. I think we got it, we got it, we got it. We got it, we got it. Okay. Oh my gosh. If Grizz here, he would be giving you crap for leaving your friend to die. That friend is me. That was my mimic. It was my Naruto double. True. That was one of the first times I've actually like survived long enough to use up all my my flasks. So this is like the side gate. Do we want to? There's like a path under. That's where that goes, and then there's a building over here. And there's the main gate. Shadow Clone Jutsu. Okay. I need to actually. Oh no. Okay. Excuse me as I go and ban somebody. Because the only people who chat in Twitch chat are scammers apparently. But we'll do that. Let's find out what new tiers we have. So we have the boost stamina. Oh. Briefly stops rune loss. It's kind of wild. Let's do that. Yeah, and then do XP dexterity. I think that's good. Yeah, the ban hammer. Just to drop it on. Problem is it's just bots. I'm almost maybe I just need to like reach a point where I have specific words to ban. Like all the scam sites. There's one that they always do, like, cheap viewers, you can buy them at this website. Remove the space to access it. And it's a little much. Is there another one? Was he there before? Anyway. We can jump down. Oh, let's go up here. See this spot. Gravity stone fan. Eh. Okay. How do you know you're not a bot? I don't know you're not a bot, but I also know that you're not obviously a bot, you know? Killing a bear in 2 hits does not feel. So no, I have some TLC coin that I'm trying to get off the ground. Can I count on your investment? I mean, maybe? Very sophisticated bot. It's the long con. I love the idea of somebody spending, like, you know, years of their life watching Paul Vanderklay developing a very sophisticated system. All for it to be, like, so you can make a few, like, $1,000 off of a meme coin. Let's see if this guy can open it. Come on, friends. Break it open. Come on, bro. Oh, perfect. Thank you. That was really all I needed. I feel kind of awkward trying to run past him, but I really just wanted him to open up that rock. CC, are you feeling guilty? Because that's actually your plan? Paul doesn't have any real followers. Oh no. I love the idea too of like Paul Vanderklay hiring people to show up to the conventions. And it's all a joke against me, someone who actually shows up to our meetups and stuff. And you all have to pretend that you actually care about all this stuff because I happen to be there. Ooh. Wait, I have so many souls. Wait, where did all those souls come from? I mean, runes. I actually probably should spend those before I lose those all. That's, maybe not the way I should go. Could I? No. Okay, I guess I have to walk out. Or I can teleport away because of how dungeons work. You guys can all see the hub. The hub. Not really a hub. The way stuff works, but it's the little hub. It's kind of nice. You can upgrade your stuff here. Some story events happen. The lady is gone now. I need to find out how to do that quest. This is
Greetings. Are you here for spit?
Rodrigo.
I can hear it from across the wing, the howling and wailing. You should keep your... I know you should...
Oh, okay, I know about that already. I guess we should upgrade our stuff while we're here. We'll get our jellyfish real strong.
Well,
If that were true,
hiding.
there would be a lot more product
But
placement.
you for dead. No matter, it's all the same.
Afriel, the hub is a town in, oh gosh, in Fallout. It's a Fallout thing. I need 6 level 6 smithing stones. On the side, I've also been upgrading this, this other sword that I can't even use. But I'm gonna use it for when I change my build to an intelligence build. We're still at 5,000 though. Let's see if we can just get some good stuff over here. Chair. You might as well get spells. This will. I guess those weren't spells, but. Chris, I'm gonna go and put on my Vanderclay TM brand denim jeans. For clocks. Yeah, we'll do this. We'll spend all our money on spells and stuff. Ghost level 6, we already have that. Let's get a permanent upgrade for our character. Explosive stones. I think we're looking pretty good. I don't think we have to worry too much about other stuff. We do have like an awkward amount of money, so I guess we're gonna just buy some of the boss item stuff. Go that route. I'm fighting for my life against paintbrushes. Paint is everywhere. I'm going to die. Lead poisoning. Dead. Sad. It's true that that's a city in Kenshi, but Gerbert Johnson Association is primary for me. Someday I will actually understand things. Let's do it with the gloves too. There we go. Am I mixing up my Fallout knowledge? Am I becoming a zoomer? Oh, okay, so doing too much damage is a bad thing. That's good to know. It could go that way. You gotta use the uranium paint, and then you gotta lick the gotta lick the paintbrush clean. Oh. Okay, I don't want to fall into a trap right now. Oh. Yeah, that's inappropriate. This is another. I love that this dungeon is just like a series of like the same room over and over again. I think we'll see it, but Oh gosh. Okay, sounds good. There we go. We just had to get our groove back. There's something nice about the Welsh kind of vibe to all this. Where like all the names are like kind of incomprehensible. People talk in like weird weird accents and such. Okay, can I just fight? Oh my gosh. If it hits water, it like... Is he gonna jump down? To follow? That's really unsettling. I don't have any uranium paintbrushes because I'm not a painter, just saying you should have them if you took your art seriously. Oh, fun. There we go. Is this also a trap? This is also a trap. Okay. Fun. Somebody's swinging a sword? What am I... Okay, so he's up there. There we go. This is what we want. Be wary of weak foe. There we go. Okay. Another. Okay. But this is a hidden one, right? Is this worth getting captured by? I guess we just give in. Oh, this is definitely worth being captured by. Probably. Nice. Okay. We'll open this. See what there is. I'd be down for more TLC meme clothing though. T-shirts are underwear style. T-shirts are underwear style? Be wary of left. Be wary of up. Oh, this isn't the same room. Lever still... Oh, gosh. Okay. Isn't Gerber a baby food? Pretty sure it is. So... we're not where we think we are. Because why would we be? Okay. Go up here. Oh. Be wary of explosion. I didn't mean to eat that one, but... There we go. We'll take it. The jug is angry. I guess I don't know Kale's shirt. I just don't. I didn't even know Kale was making merch. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You don't have to be mean, Grim, okay? We're just having a good time here. I mean, I guess we go down further and hope this is the right way. Does Kale get a cut? Does he get a cut of his own shirt? Okay, so maybe this is the right realm? As we travel back and forth between them. If so, this one should be damaged. Oh, yes. Okay, yeah, we're here. We made it to the right one. Wait, why is there a ladder? Is there no way to connect the two? Did we just... He's paid an exposure. Snake? Snake. What snake? Okay. We'll try it and see what happens. Be wary of left. Okay. Okay, okay. I think... Well, what kind of shirt should we have? Do we have enough? Not enough. Enough is the wrong word. Actually, enough would be a very good shirt. Some noob tip version always telling you what to be aware of. Is this game for Gen Z who can't have challenging things? You're just trying to rage bait me. It's okay. I can handle it. I will admit I did. Okay, so this is something different, which is actually what we want. We're kind of just walking in circles there for a little bit. Definitely a bomb. This guy's also definitely a bomb. And I thought that that wasn't going to be too strong to blow him up, but apparently it is. Did you set it to easy before you press record? So mean, so mean. No, there's no easy on this game. There isn't an easy. This is just the difficulty. But when I'm with friends, everything feels easier. Wait, Ron, I didn't see you were here. Welcome, Ron. Luckily, I'm not the one being killed right now, so I'm happy about that. False, there's no hard on this game? Oh, there definitely is a hard mode. Right? Gosh, how did I get out? I think it was the one over here. There definitely is a hard mode, and that hard mode is to do like soul level 1 or whatever. Naked. No dodging. No parries. Okay. Oh. Oh, fun. Oh my gosh. Blocking is a crutch. You know, I will admit I'm not blocking though, so that's even though I am like not going out of my way to make everything as hard as possible, I am not blocking. Oh gosh. Can we just leave? Let's get out of here. I didn't even die. It was 1 HP. 1 HP in a dream. So I think the way up is the version of this with the ladder. Is that right? Yeah, and this doesn't have the ladder, so we just have to go down this way. You know, God seems to enjoy playing Dark Souls in level 1 naked run. I don't even I don't even know if I have a comment. Okay, I think this is our way out. Take on the boss. When darkness... Oh, I didn't have enough time to start it. I feel like my life is full of references to things I've never watched or listened to before. Like, what comes to mind is, I don't think I've ever heard someone describe Jesus like that, but sure. I think that's the appropriate response. I don't think I've heard that before, but yeah. Oh gosh. Okay, so how do I get out? I'm not going to explain it. Figure it out. pretty intense there. This is a guy I watched playing DS1 doing one-shot boss challenge back in the day. Blocking as a crutch was a meme of his. It's fair. One critique I do have of, and I don't know if this is an accurate critique or not, so, you know, I will take the criticism back. But all the bosses in like the Souls games, it's not really clear what weaknesses they have or how to avoid them in one way or another. This is probably the way out, if I remember right. And it's nice to be able to like know that like ahead of time, be like, oh yeah, I can find that out. And I guess that's what signs on the ground are for. But communicating some of these other sides of mechanics, that was the way to this. Oh gosh. If I go in here and then I go back, does that open a new path backwards? When you're in like 5 layers deep. Okay. We go through here. Does this take us back to where we came from? It does look like it. The type of weakness is probably the most annoying of that. Vulnerable to occult damage, etc. Yeah. Or if you make an entire build around like a specific type of damage and you can't use it. I do like the idea that like I think this game has like a bunch of different bosses that you can fight, but you only have to beat 2 of them to technically progress. And so because of that, there's some nice, you know, I can play, I can do my stuff. If I run into a boss that has like complete resistance to me, I'm like, I'm just not going to deal with that right now. I'm going to find something else. If I want to pursue that challenge, I can. And, you know, it's cool if you're able to do that. But don't actively make, like, antagonize a specific build or playthrough more than you have to. I'm trying to think what might be the best way to do this. I might be able to get away with, like, isn't there, like, an item that... Or oneself home? Not what I'm trying to do. Memory of Grace. Because I don't really want to do this anymore. I'll take this. Memory of Grace will I retain... Okay, I lost them all, but... I don't want to wander around for another half hour. I will gladly just move on. I'll give up the 10,000 runes. So we can actually fight a boss for once and, you know, have something interesting happen. First off, victory. What do we got here? What is that? Why did it explode in like... Are they the real boss or something? Is that the twist? Or do they all count as the boss technically? Oh gosh. I feel like I kind of have to find out. Yeah, I'm playing a girl boss right now. Ooh, wait. Are those the soul jars of fortune? How do we rate that pun? Soul jars of fortune. I think it's pretty high up. That's pretty good. Because you know that wasn't like in the original like, Japanese. That was that was an English translator decision to make that choice. Here, yeah. Do we want to do another got those blue eyes. The blue eyes go really well with the blue on the breastplate. Ignore me, monstrous bear thing, please. Yeah. We'll find out what this is. On the Karen Knight set. Okay. Fair enough. Hero's Grave. Run away, run away. I will run away. Dung, oh dung. In short, dung ahead. It's a dung knight. Death ahead. How many of these keys do I got? Keys. Where would they be? These? 5 keys? 5 keys isn't bad. We can afford to use them. Oh, okay. That's not that bad. Like, I'll probably die, but, like, it's not that bad. What? You don't die in this game? You can die in this game. What do you mean? No ahead. Be wary of trap. Oh, I feel like... Is that thing? No god ahead. Be wary of right. Do I even want to deal with this right now? Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. The answer is no. I do not want to have to deal with this right now. Fake news pilots in. You gave a false report. See? Heads I win. Tails you lose. What I'm glad is that like I never plan on doing a hardcore Dark Souls playthrough or anything like that. I'll stick to like if I do anything I'd do a challenge run, but I wouldn't do like a 0 deaths, 0 hit run. That just sounds unpleasant. We talked about trying to the main gate of the city, seeing what was going on there. Might as well, just to see. Oh wait, did I mention? I was gonna mention it. I think I got distracted. I made a video. It was like a pretty good video essay about, if I do say so myself, about Ikuru. And it looks nice, looks fancy, and it got taken down by the rights holders of the movie. So I had to put in an appeal, see if I could get it through. And we'll see. In 30 days, there might be a new video, or there might be one that you can only watch if you're in, you know, Afghanistan or something. So we'll see. It's kind of a boring announcement, but I have it scheduled to release in 30 days no matter what, and we'll see. Didn't use too much of the audio? I didn't use any of the audio. That's the crazy part. It was only the video footage from the movie. And it was all sliced up, too. It was all, like, less than 12-second clips, I think. I think the most I used is maybe a 20-second clip. And it was, like, at one point. Turning it into a VPN ad? Yeah, you have to... to be able to watch my videos, you have to... sail the 7 seas. Yeah, but I just... It was showing me, it's like, oh yeah, 50% of your viewers will not be able to watch this this because, you know, half of them are from the US. And I think the rest we just don't have a country listed for the most part. I really want to show you this guy's video, but you have to be in Afghanistan to see it. So if you happen to change your your current location, I would be really appreciative. We should have a TLC web. On an unrelated note, the sponsor of this video is NordVPN. I'm curious. I feel like Netflix should be really, like, is probably really mad whenever somebody mentions that you can, like, access other regions using their stuff. I assume that's the case, but I could also see them be like, we don't actually care, but it's just kind of the way things go. Yeah, I saw you. You thought I wouldn't notice. All these guys with swords just hanging out. NordVPN any good? It's okay. I use it for, like, very little things. Mostly I got it because my school, I was doing computer science stuff, and I was trying to access the lab computers from the school Wi-Fi, and for some reason, because I was on the same network as, like, the same broader network, the IT had it set up that it wouldn't work, that there was some kind of flaw with it or something. So you had to access it from an outside network, and they assumed that like you would live off campus, but I lived on campus because I was an RA, and that was not the best time. So I just got a VPN, and it solved my issues because, you know, it's just nice for that. But beyond that, unless you have like some weird case like that, or you're trying to access, you know, Japanese Netflix, you're probably fine. You probably don't need a VPN. I don't like the sound behind me, but we're gonna try to deal with this first. What in the world is that thing? Yeah, you're good, Run. I guess we'll just take the alt route. Oh something, be wary of something. Be wary of left. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Even when I'm warned. Be wary of right. Oh, is this the guy? We back up? Oh, okay, so this is just the old path. Okay. Okay, and we go around. We go around, and we do this. Oh. Bubble blowing guppies. So this is a way down. With a guy hanging out. Is he gonna come up behind me? No? Okay. Why is it always friend and then still no head? There we go. Okay. Time for revenge, all the more. Time for revenge. There's something about the language of of messages in Dark Souls. Just like a unique way of communicating that is not present in any other medium. Monster. Did you just kill a foot? I don't know what that thing was. It like spat dust that exploded. Like that. It's like one of the perfumers almost. Oh, that was easy. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Let me check something. Okay. That's what I thought. Okay. Lots of troll messages, though. I mean, there's something beautiful about that, too, right? This feels way too open. Is this just... Praise the dung. Seedbed curse. What is a seedbed curse? Key items? Seedbed curse. Oh, dung eater stuff. I think it's one of the more interesting phenomena of the game. You literally cannot stop players from BMing each other. I really enjoy that. I mean, you can stop it from... I mean, it's kind of intentional, though. Right? Like, the ability to kind of have trolls all the way through. But okay, I think if I just go there. Nice save. The one that one of my favorite like BM messages is like surprised by bloodstain. It's such like a BMing. Ron, BMing is bad manners. So it's like you know, turned into a verb. This is technically a noun in that case, but there's so much area to cover here. We haven't been here yet, right? No, okay. Ground floor. Troll? Similar to trolling. In my mind, trolling is a little bit more like you're trying to get a reaction out of people, definitely. BMing is kind of being a jerk. Just to be a jerk. Oh. Can I get him to turn around? Seems like the healthiest game environment that deliberately gives tools for players to troll each other. I mean, if you think about it, right, like, beyond some of the challenge, like, mode stuff that's come out of Dark Souls, like, you know, are you really playing the game if you're using this tool that the developer gave you, or, you know, are you really playing the game if you use a curved greatsword? Beyond that stuff, for the most part, Dark Souls has, like, a pretty healthy, like, community. Like, pretty friendly overall. This is my thought. Ooh. There we go. Nice, nice. I feel like one half of Elden Ring is me picking up items that I still have no clue what they do. Still trying to figure out what half these, like, these butterflies do, the nascent butterflies. Okay. Oh. So mean. Nice. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. I should just keep my space. Where in the world was this? Okay, this way. It's the shortcut. Okay. Getting an education today. Oh gosh. Ron, you'll be an internet native by the end of the year. Or wait, tech native? Isn't that what Gen Z is called? Man, that really does sound like a really boomer thing to say too. Tech native. I do want to eventually get my runes back. Probably should just start that way. Oh, I didn't realize you were actually going to explain what teabagging was, Saran. As long as I don't need to run out, I think we're gonna be fine. Maybe just distract one at a time? No, wait. This might be the way to go. This might be the way to go. Get behind. Boom. Pow. Go. Down. Then back. Nice. Okay. Work our way around. Okay, so I think we probably should take out this guy. Oh, gosh. Come on. Get over here. Do it. You won't. You won't. You won't. Oh, gosh. I'm so glad it didn't get stuck on that wall. They're old enough to ask the question, they're old enough to get the answer. Yeah, I was gonna say. Sometimes you don't know the questions you ask. And that's part of the fun of life. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Brutal. Okay. Okay. We're getting some nice golden runes over here. Oh, we went through here. Okay. We're making progress. Okay, good. Fight me. Okay, okay. Dang. That's the nice part about having some stamina. That's pretty sick. Locking gluten. Remember that if anyone asks. Oh. Oh no. I thought that would do it. Oh my gosh. Dang, 3-hit wolf. We will make it through. The other movie up next is it's Rashomon that I've been kind of planning out something. So that's gonna be a fun time. I do not want to be here. Do you see me yet? Does not seem to see me yet. I will move on. Not be around. That. I kind of want a side of grace if I can. So I've watched it this weekend. I started Rashomon. Um, this is a rewatch for me, and it was I had forgotten about that movie. Um, it's very good. I think I wouldn't say directly. I wouldn't say like the Meaning Crisis is a direct kind of comparison, but it has some of that DNA there that I was kind of surprised by for something from 1950. Um, so that was a cool experience going back and watching that. Especially since I think the way that people have talked about that movie is very much like, oh, this is about subjectivity, um, somewhat not quite subjective morality, but along similar lines, right? Because the plot of the movie is four different accounts of a crime, a very intense crime that all vastly differ from one another, and it's clear that most of them are lying, if not all of them in some way, shape, or form. And how do you handle this like level of like deceit and like vile hatred and resentment of one another? This place where people will lie in court over all of this. Can I not? Man, I feel like this is kind of a dangerous spot to be. Can I just sneak by? Will I be allowed to? Oh, okay. No, no. They don't want me to sneak by. They'd prefer if I did not. And I understand that entirely. And so that's kind of the main chunk of the movie, but the movie does kind of settle down towards the end into these kind of questions around. Well, technically, I'm still in combat, so I can't look into this question about, you know, the world is so wicked and evil, and nobody seems to be able to escape it. Like, there are very few. Right? Try target lock. So kind. And this kind of resolution to say like, okay, what's next? Like, how do we move on at this point? You don't have the right. Oh, you don't have the right. Is this worth trying to get out with? I think we might just go back and we'll cash some stuff in real fast. And oh, hello.
My utmost thanks for bringing me to the base of the Erd Tree. Here, I can govern my own movement, and thus, the accord is fulfilled. I shall depart to ascertain the purpose I was given. Farewell. I shall leave Torrent, and the power to turn runes into strength. Here, with you. I wish you luck in realizing your ambition. You have fought long and hard. I have no doubt you will become Elden Lord. May you take the throne.
Okay. We see about 2,300. Right, 2,300? 4,000. I am maidenless now. Dang. 3,300, I think. It's the amount. We'll use one of our 9s, so we'll be able to get an extra level out of it. I went all this time, you know, trying to get a maiden. Oh well. I like how she's like, I can move freely now, so I don't have to worry about doing that. But you know what? We can do all the stuff we had with her, without her. That's how it works, I guess. Bubble blowing guppies. He will jump. Oh, see you, Ron. Have a good night. Thanks for hanging out and chatting for a little bit. Oh. Lots of killing, dying, and education, indeed. Hope you've learned so much. What is this guy doing? Okay. Oh gosh. Okay, okay, okay. No! I think we might just make the run. I don't know if we have to kill the bubble guys. Does anyone else also, whenever they like win as like a equivalent to BMing, you like guard over and over again? Because it feels like you're doing like, you know, it's something that you can do that doesn't cost anything, and it just feels like you can, you know. Am I being weird? Okay. Start blowing bubbles at me from over there. Where is he? Right here? Okay. Oh, he did just free jump that. There we go. Oh. Okay. Circle run for me. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Just go. Okay. Prefer to be topped up if I have to. They look like they're having a nice kind of solemn moment. I don't want to interrupt that. You wear a pack. Yeah. I'm good. They're having a nice time. See if we can find a site of grace, because I feel like that's kind of what we're searching for. Elevator. Down, okay. I mean, it does feel good. I feel like you have to, if you time it well, you can make like the fabric kind of float around. That does not look like a fun guy to fight. Try parrying and then offer piercing. I feel like this is a better way to go right now. Especially if there's not an obvious, like, you know, grace to encounter. Lever, oh lever. Interesting. Oh gosh. We have the re-deads now. Oh, ah. I feel like I'm seeing stuff move at the edge of my screen, and so it freaks me out. Okay. This guy's definitely like a... Yeah. I can see these things. Skeletons? It's kind of lucky. Oh, nice. Another key. We're making some progress here. If I did describe the, like, I don't know, the design of, especially Sekiro and Elden Ring, I feel like it's a ladder. Maybe not a ladder, but I feel like you're constantly kind of climbing two things at once. So you might follow down a path and then you find that you reach a point where, you know, you might not be ready for it yet, and then you kind of turn around and you go down a different one. Ambush ahead, weak foe. Beware your right. Oh gosh, that is not cool. Ladder up to here, presumably. We'll take it. We'll take it. Just get going. Oh, yeah. Yep. There we go. Nice. Okay. It does feel very good to be able to clear out a section. Say, oh, that's dealt with. Don't have to think about that again. Where in the world am I? What? Oh, nice. Nice. Okay. This is the main street. We have that covered. We'll go after the night at the end. Nice. Take it. It's gigantic. Holy crap. What are we looking? 21. Let's see what's up here. Stone. Okay. Oh, more of these knights. Luckily. Nice. This is a spot. Oh, maybe. You can jump across. Be wary of the left. Oh, yeah, he's back there. Nice. Nice. Okay, this is what we were looking for. Another set of grace. Okay, we're making some good progress around the city. I think we're at a good spot. We've been going for about what? Oh, just over 3 hours. So we might just end it right around here. I think this is probably a good stopping point. We'll explore more of the city next time. Maybe if I might just stream whenever I play because it's pretty easy to boot up, and you know, as long as there's some good time for it. But thank you all for swinging by. It's fun chatting with everybody. I tend to go through and just say some names that people who came by. App has been hanging out almost the entire time. Thank you. Nico was able to swing by. Grim Grizz. CC. Chris Howard. Thank you all. Am I missing anybody? And Ron Copperman. The Ron Copperman. But yeah. Thank you all for joining. It was a good time, and I hope to see you all later. Have a good one.